Hey, third graders, it is time for another math lesson, and today we're going to work on lesson 3-7, and we are going to work on a strategy called counting up subtraction. But first, let's do a little mental math. So we're going to round each number to the nearest 10 and then estimate the sum or the difference. All right. So if I'm going to estimate 99 to the nearest 10, well, 99 is between 90 and 100, so it is closer to 100. And 49 is closer to 50. So I will estimate that sum as being about 150. So 76, I'm going to round that to 80. 24, I'm going to round that to 20. So 80 plus 20 is 100. Now be very careful with this one. That is a subtraction sign. So 49, I'm going to round that to 50. Subtract 21, I'm going to round that to 20. 50 minus 20 is 30. So this one, we're going to round these numbers, these bigger numbers, to the nearest 10, and then again estimate the sum or the difference. So I've got 249. 2 is going to stay the same because I'm not changing the hundreds. Sometimes I have to, but not in this number. 49 is going to round to 50. And 103, it's between 100 and 110, since I'm rounding it to the nearest 10, so I would round that to 100. Subtract 250 minus 100 is 150. Now I've got 347, I need to round that to the nearest 10. So it's going to be 300, I'm rounding 47 then to the nearest 10, that's going to be 50. 350. Minus, I've got 253. So 253 is between 250 and 260, but it's closer to 250. I subtract and I'll get 100. Now watch that sign. I'm going to add 584. Well, 584 is between 580 and 590, but it is closer to 580. And I'm adding 121. I have to round it to the nearest 10. 21 is between 20 and 30, so I would round that to 120 and then add. And what I would do here is I take my tens, 80 tens plus 20 tens is 100 tens. All right, and 100 tens is 100. So that would be 5, 6, and this together is going to be another 100. So the answer would be 700. And here, round again to the nearest 10, and then estimate the sum or the difference. That's going to be 420 minus 296. Well, I have to look at the tens number, 96. It's between 90 and 100. Was closer to 100. So that means that I have to change the number in the hundreds place. So that's going to be 300. And the answer is going to be 120. I've got 338, which is going to round to 340. I'm going to add 79, but I'm going to round that to the nearest 10. So that's going to be 80. Okay. Well, I'm still working on this mentally. So if I've got 40 and 80, that's 4 tens and 8 tens. That's 12 tens. And I know that 10 tens is another 100. So that's going to leave me with 2 tens left over. And my answer is going to be 420. And our last problem, 537, We're going to round that to 540. 186. We're going to round that to 190. Again, let's add. I've got 4 10s and 9 10s. Well, I can take a 10 from that 4, one of these here, and give it to the 9, so that I have 10, which is 100, which means I have 3 left. So that's 500, 600, 730. 730. Very good. Now our math message for today. I have this problem I want you to think about. 56 minus 24. How would you solve that problem? I have a really great way to show you how to solve this problem. And we're going to use a tool that we have used many times already this year. Nope, it's not a calculator. Nope, it's not your fingers. It's a number line. So I have a number line here, an open number line. Now my problem is 56 minus 24. On my number line, I have to start with 24 and end at 56. And the number of hops that I take, or the amount of hops that I take, will give me the answer to 56 minus 24. So, as I'm sitting here thinking I have 24, we know that we want to use easy to use numbers. So, if I would add 6 to that, I would get 30, and I'm going to put plus 6 here. And then I can take a pretty big jump here. I can go from 30 all the way to 50. And that's 20. Then I'm going to take a smaller jump. I'm going to go from 50 to 56. And that's 6. So then I add up the amount of my jumps. And that's going to give me the answer to 56 minus 24. 6 plus 6 is 12. 20 plus 12 is going to be 32. So 56 minus 24 equals 32. Now I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to do different amounts. Okay, so again, I'm going to start at 56. And the last time I took it right to 30. But you know what? I'm going to go like this time. Let's go with 10. That's going to be 34. Let's go with another 10. That's going to be 44. Another 10. Well, that's going to be 54. Then 54 to 56. That's going to be 2. Again, let's add those amounts together. We've got 10, 20, 30, 32. So I've proven 2 ways how I can use a number line to get the answer to 56 minus 24, which is 32. Okay, let's try this one. 53 minus 39. Now remember, this is a number line, so our number lines have to go in order. So we have to start at 39 and end at 53. Okay? And I'm going to do a really basic one. I'm going to just hop or jump 1 because I want to get to that 10. Then I'm going to go all the way to 50. And that's 10. Then 50 to 53 is 3. I'm going to take my amounts, add those up. 10 plus 3 plus 1 equals 14. So 53 minus 39 is 14. So I want you to take a look at what we're doing. We are solving a subtraction problem, but we are adding in order to subtract. We're adding in order to get the answer to that subtraction problem. And we can do that by using an open number line and putting our numbers from the problem right on that number line. Here's another one. This is hundreds. Okay, so we can do this the same way. This is a number line, so we have to put our numbers in order. 158 comes before 343, and then I'm simply going to hop or jump. I'm going to make this be reasonable. I want to take it to a number that I can use kind of in my head, or very simply, easy to use. I'm going to add 2 to make that be 160. Now, I know that if I add 40 to 160, I'm going to get 200. I'm going to take another big one. I'm going to add 100. Because 100 plus 200 is 300. And then I'm going to hop all the way to 43 and add 43. So this is going to be 100 plus 43 plus 40 plus 2. And do you see how I wrote my numbers in order? Okay. So I'm going to add these two together first. 43 plus 40 is 80. So now I have 100. Oh, it's not 80. Gosh, Mrs. Flurry, it's 83. Sorry about that. So I have 100 plus 83 plus 2. 100 plus 83 is 183. Plus 2 is 185. Okay. Did we just do that one? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, but I will do the reveal. Okay. So what they did is, here's another way to add it up to make sure that you've got the right answer. These are the hops that this person took. They hopped 2, they hopped 40, they hopped 100, they hopped 40, they hopped 3. Kind of like what we did, but we hopped to 43 where they just hopped 100. So they started at 153, added the 2, got 160. Then took that 160 and wrote it here and added the 40. Okay, got 200. Moved the 200 over and added the 100. We got 300. Moved the 300 over, add the 40, 343. Moved the 340 over here, add the 3, got 343. And then you take those numbers here, which are here, add them up, and you got 185. That's the answer. Okay? This is just a way to check your work. Okay? To check your work. So here are some practice problems for you to work on. Page 73 in your math journal. Now, here's what I would do. I would use a number line for each and every one of these. So for example, with this one here, you have enough room. You can make an open number line. You have to start with 37 and end at 67. All right? So what they want you to do first here, though, is to do an estimate, which we did not practice before. So if I was going to estimate this, I would say 67 is close to 70 minus 37, which is close to 40. Subtract those and get 30. So that's the estimate. Then using the number line, you're going to get the real answer. But I would indeed use the number line for each and every one of these problems. And feel free to go back and watch the video if you forget how to use the number line. Math Journal, page 74 for math boxes 3-5. Okay. Everything that we've done before. And good luck. If you have any questions, make sure you have Mom or Dad email me.